Hello YouTube. This is my very first YouTube live. I'm excited to share with you guys today. So I started a challenge for myself, a personal growth challenge, at the end of 2021. That I was going to read through this little book here, The Greatest Secret in the World by Og Mandino, and I was going to, for accountability, I was going to come every month and make a video about what I was learning and how I was growing. And so I read one scroll every month, the same scroll for the whole month. And I just finished up scroll number 5, and today is May 1st, so I'm starting scroll number 6. And I'm going to read a little bit of that to you, and then give you a little recap of kind of where I'm at in my personal growth journey. So the reason I'm making this video, twofold. First and foremost, accountability. And the second thing I decided to do in 2022 was to read this and to be accountable every month with how I'm growing and what I'm learning. And the second thing that I decided to do was Benjamin Franklin has 13 virtues. So you can Google that, Benjamin Franklin's 13 virtues. So I created my own list of 13 virtues. And so every month I pick one character trait that I want to emulate and that I want to develop in my life. And so for the month of April, it was kindness. And so I have a quote that I learned a couple months ago that I just kind of meditated on for the whole month. And here's the question. So, whose life would be changed if you consistently spoke to them in a way that was kind and encouraging? So I'm going to repeat that question again. So if you're taking notes, write it down. Whose life would be changed if you consistently spoke to them in a way that was kind and encouraging? And so that has been kind of like my focus for the entire month. So for the month of May, I have a new virtue that I'm going to focus on, and I'm starting a new scroll. So I'm going to actually read a little excerpt from this, The Greatest Secret in the World. For this month, I'm on scroll number 6, and the scroll is, "Today I will be master of my emotion. Today I will be master of my emotions. The tides advance, the tides recede. Winter goes and summer comes. Summer wanes and the cold increases. The sun rises." Whoa, it's a little windy today. Ah! Yay, I love live. Okay. Okay, tripod. Work with me. The sun rises, the sun sets. The moon is full, the moon is black. The birds arrive, the birds depart. Flowers bloom, flowers fade. Seeds are sown, harvests are reaped. All nature is a circle of moods, and I am a part of nature. And so, like the tides, my moods will rise, my moods will fall. Today, I will be master of my emotions. It is one of nature's tricks, little understood, that each day I awaken with moods that have changed from yesterday. Yesterday's joy will become today's sadness, yet yesterday's sadness will grow into tomorrow's joy. Inside me is a wheel, constantly turning from sadness to joy, like from exultation to depression, from happiness to melancholy. Like the flowers, today's full bloom of joy will fade and wither into despondency. Yet I will remember that as today's dead flowers carry the seed of tomorrow's bloom, so too does today's sadness carry the seed of tomorrow's joy. Today I will be master of my emotions. And how will I master these emotions so that each day will be productive? For unless my mood is right, the day will be a failure. Trees and plants depend on the weather to flourish, but I will make my own weather. Yea, I will transport it with me. If I bring rain and gloom and darkness and pessimism to my customers, then they will react with rain and gloom and darkness and pessimism, and they will purchase not. If I bring joy and enthusiasm and brightness and laughter to my customers, they will react with joy and enthusiasm and brightness and laughter, and my weather will produce a harvest of sales and a granary of gold for me. Today, I will be master of my emotions. And how will I master my emotions so that every day is a happy day and a productive one? I will learn this secret of the ages. Weak is he who permits his thoughts to control his actions. Strong is he who forces his action to control his thoughts. Each day when I awake, I will follow this plan of battle before I am captured by the forces of sadness, self-pity, and failure. If I feel depressed, I will sing. If I feel sad, I will laugh. If I feel ill, I will double my labor. If I feel fear, I will plunge ahead. If I feel inferior, I will wear new garments. If I feel uncertain, I will raise my voice. If I feel poverty, I will think of the wealth to come. If I feel incompetent, I will remember the past successes. If I feel insignificant, I will remember my goals. Today, I will be master of my emotions. Henceforth, I know that only those with inferior abilities can always be at their best. I'm going to repeat that again. That's a great line. Henceforth, I know that only those with inferior abilities can always be at their best, and I am not inferior. There will be days when I must constantly struggle against forces which would tear me down. Those such as despair and sadness are simple to recognize, but there are others which approach with a smile and the hand of friendship. They can also destroy me. Against them too, I must never relinquish control. If I become overconfident, I will recall my failures. If I overindulge, I will think of past hungers. If I feel complacency, I will remember my competition. I will enjoy moments of greatness. I will remember moments of shame. If I feel all-powerful, I will try to stop the wind. If I attain great wealth, I will remember one unfed mouth. If I become overly proud, I will remember a moment of weakness. If I feel my skill is unmatched, I will look to the stars. Today, I will be master of my emotions. And with this new knowledge, I will also understand and recognize the moods on he on whom I call. I will make allowances for his anger and irritation of today, for he knows not the secret of controlling his mind. I can withstand his arrows of insults, for now I know that tomorrow he will change and be a joy to approach. No longer will I judge a man on one meeting. No longer will I fail to call again tomorrow on one who meets me with hate today. This day he will not buy a gold chariot for a penny, yet tomorrow he would exchange his home for a tree. My knowledge of this secret will be my key to great wealth. Today I will be a master of my emotions. Henceforth I will recognize and identify the mystery of moods in all mankind and in me. From this moment I am prepared to control whatever personality awakes in me each day. I will master my moods through positive action, and when I master my moods, I will control my destiny. Today, I will control my destiny. My destiny is to become a great salesman. I will become master of myself. I will become great. So there's one little section in here I want to read to encourage those of you who are in sales. Before I read that to you, I'm going to share with you a couple of little tips. The first one is to work harder on yourself than you do on your business, and you'll be successful. I think so many times, I'm going to speak directly to people that are in direct sales. We think that if we just book more parties, if we sell more product, if we recruit more team members, if we just hustle and work hard, we're going to be successful. And while that may be true, and you may get some success from working hard, true joy and satisfaction doesn't just come in the results of your business. It comes from living an inspired life. Really learning how to do three things. So tip number one is you need to learn like non-negotiables. You need to learn how to control your emotions. So that's why I'm focusing on this for 30 days. I'm gonna read that little scroll in the morning quietly, after lunch quietly, and at night before I go to bed out loud. Just like it prescribes in the scrolls to read them for 30 days and focus on mastering my emotions. But that's really the key, because like this little section that goes over about no longer failing to call again tomorrow someone who meets me with hate today. Today he will not buy a gold chariot for a penny because he's in a bad mood. Yet tomorrow he would exchange his home for a tree. My knowledge of the secret will be my key to great wealth. You can approach someone today about joining your team or purchasing a product, and they can say no matter how great the deal is, no matter how great the offer is, because they're not in a good mood. It's not the right time. They've got things going on in their life. You can approach that same person with maybe not as great of an offer tomorrow, and they can say yes right away. I can't tell you how many times in my Mary and Martha business we've had like a $50 item on sale for $19, and I let my customers know about the sales, and they say no, they don't want it. And then 2 weeks later, they're invited to a party. They purchased that same item, but instead of getting it for $19, they paid $55 for it. And they're happy because they were in a good mood, or they had the funds to purchase. It was the right time. So just like we need to be patient with ourselves and not judge ourselves, because just like the sun and the tide and everything in nature is constantly changing, it's the same with our emotions. So be patient with ourselves and be patient with others, because just because someone says no today doesn't mean a no for always. It just means right now isn't the right time. So learning to control our emotions, learning to manage our time, and time management, money management, and emotional management. Those are the three kind of like next level skills. There are 4 videos posted in this group. The 4 skills for direct sales success: booking, coaching, selling, and recruiting. Those go into kind of like more details on the basics, like direct selling 101. But your next level skills come when you learn how to manage your time, your money, and your emotions. Those are the 3 non-negotiables that need to be mastered to have like next level success, to lead. So I want to encourage you, if you haven't done so already, to create your list of 13 virtues. What are 13 things that you'd like to focus on? I started in December, so I'm going to run from December 2021 all the way through the end of this year, December 2022. But whatever month you're watching this in, I'm recording this video in May of 2022. You can start this month. Write 13 things that you would like to develop in your life, and every month find a book, find a podcast, find some scriptures in the Bible that you can read and memorize and meditate on for the month, and focus on one virtue a month. In the comments, I'll pop my 13 virtues, the things that I'm working to develop this year. Also want to encourage you, if you're a leader and you want to take your business to the next level, this little book has been around. It's an oldie but a goodie. It's a little, very light reading. There's 10 scrolls. You read one scroll for 30 days for 10 months. And so it just kind of gives you a way to focus in the morning, in the afternoon, and in the evening on really working on yourself. Because like I shared at the beginning, you have to learn how to work harder on yourself and your time management, your money management, your emotional management. Work harder on yourself than you do on your business, and you'll be successful. The second book I want to share with you guys that I'm reading through right now is a little book I picked up at the airport called The Self-Aware Leader by John Maxwell. And so this is a little gift. I give this to all my new team leaders to really encourage them to focus on working on themselves. And I lead by example, so I never ask anybody on my team to do something I'm not willing to do myself, or that I have not already done, or that I'm not currently doing. So this is book number 1. And then the second book that I give to my senior team leaders, because my ultimate dream and goal in Mary and Martha is to be a leader of leaders, and to inspire and encourage my leaders to build up other leaders in their organization. And so this is like next level. Just like we talked about, booking, coaching, selling, and recruiting is what you like, your fundamentals for success in direct sales. Once you've got a team of 3 and you're a team leader, the greatest secret. And then once you decide, this is really something I want to, sharing the message of hope and encouragement is something I want to dedicate my life to, and you want to be a leader of leaders, this is next level, y'all. The self-aware leader. I'm about a third of the way through. Let's see what chapter I'm on now. I just read a couple of pages every day. One of the most life-changing quotes I ever read was from a little book called The Purpose-Driven Life by Rick Warren. So I'm like this far through. I've read like 7 chapters. But Rick Warren says that the reason most books don't change our lives is because we read them too fast and we don't take time to really chew on the words and really let the words penetrate our heart, let the words change us. So that's what I'm doing with this book, The Self-Aware Leader. It's all about playing to your strengths and unleashing your team. Full of great tips, strategies on really being real with yourself. And what are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? What am I good at? And focusing on that instead of looking to the right, looking to the left, looking what everybody else is doing. Of course, we want to learn from successful people, but at the end of the day, we need to have that chair time with the Lord where we're sitting at His feet and we're listening to Him and we're letting Him mold us and shape us, and other wise leaders who give us advice on smart things like playing to your strengths. So I'll just share you a personal example. For years, one of my things that I tried to do was to be a more serious leader. I wanted people to take me seriously. And so I was working outside of my strengths because my personality, my nature is a very lighthearted, happy, fun, enthusiastic person. So when I try to be serious, I'm not being authentic to myself and I'm not leading from a core of who I am. So just in the last couple of years, I just kind of let all that go and I said, you know what? I'm silly. I'm a little goofy. I like to have fun. I like to cut up. I like to play. And so I realized, wow, that's really why I'm a great recruiter, is because people are attracted to that energy, to that enthusiasm. And if I was by nature a serious person and I tried to be silly or goofy or, fun in that kind of like quirky way, it wouldn't be authentic to me because that wouldn't be who I was. So be who you are. So spend some time thinking about, what are my strengths? What am I just naturally good at? What do I enjoy the most? What is the thing about my business or my life that just gives me joy? Because when you can really get clear about that and lead from a place of, it's very empowering to know I don't have to be like this leader or this leader. I can learn from them. I can, but don't spend too much time. Here's my warning. Focusing on your weaknesses and what you're not good at, so that you're comparing yourself to other people and trying to make yourself be like them. You won't be happy, you won't be fulfilled, and ultimately you won't be successful. But really spend some time thinking about, what is it that I'm passionate about? What do I love? What gives me joy? And for me, it's building up women. I love helping a woman see who God has created her to be and just letting and unleashing her to go be free to be who she is. So I hope this video was encouraging, inspiring to you. I titled this live, and I think it's only going to be around for like 30 days. I think they delete them. I'm not sure how that goes. But what I'm going to do for the month of May is I went back and I looked at my 2022 goals, and I wrote down one word I wanted to focus on for this year, and that word was relax, rest, trust God, and breathe. By nature, I tend to, I'm an achiever. I like to have results. And so what I really wanted to focus on for this year is, of course, that's still going to be part of who I am. I love to win. I love to set big goals. I like to achieve those goals. But at the end of the day, my ultimate goal is peace. I just want to relax. And so I just wanted to come on here for accountability and share that is what I'm focusing on for May as I lead my team to set all the big audacious goals that we've set and all the benchmark goals for I have goals for every quarter of where we want to be. Our team just finished up in January. We started the year with 7 team members and around $5,700 in total group volume. And so I set little benchmark goals where I wanted to be for February, where I wanted to be for March, where for April, and just kind of put them up all the way till January. Our ultimate goal is to be at $25,000 in team production. And we just finished up April, which was our best month ever. We have 23 team members, and we just wrapped up a little over $13,000 in sales for the month, and our goal was 10. So 13,500, I think, was the total number. Our goal was to have 5 new business owners join our organization, and we had 6. So God has just abundantly blessed us, and it's really cool because it feels like the more I slow down, the more I rest, the more I relax, the more I trust God, the more I'm getting those reaping that harvest. So that's the third thing I want to encourage you to do, is to really spend some time thinking about what your goals are for your life. It doesn't have to be the end of the year or at the beginning of a new year to start a new goal. I mean, it's always fun at the beginning of a month, but really think about, okay, May, June, and July. What do I want my life to look like in August? I know in Mary and Martha world, we're going to be qualifying for an incentive trip for 2023. And so I know July, August, and September, I want to have plenty of gatherings on my date book so I can qualify for that trip. So May, June, and July, what can I do to set myself up for success in August, September, and October? Because this business is cyclical. It repeats itself every 90 days. So the work that you do in April, May, and June is going to reap you a harvest in July, August, and September. So I hope this video was encouraging to you. Comment below with maybe 1 or 2 of your favorite takeaways. If you're reading a good book right now, pop it below in the comments. I have my 2022 reading list already set aside. I know what I'm going to be reading this year, but I'm looking for books for next year, for 2023. So feel free to pop your suggestions below. If you haven't already subscribed to this channel, feel free to join us by subscribing. Click the little bell that gets you all the notifications. You'll get an email every time I go live or every time I post a new video. I post videos on direct selling tips and success. So for those of you that have got this far, if you're on Team Gillette, we are going to be focusing for the rest of the year, for the next 8 months, on identity and what it means to be part of Team Gillette. So we have an acronym, Gillette, my last name, and every letter has a virtue that we're going to be focusing on. Some of them are the same as my 13 virtues, some are a little different, but for the month of May, the virtue for G is generosity. And so we're going to be talking all about how to be more generous. So the opposite of generosity is greed. So if greed is something that you struggle with in your life, like you always want more, you're never content, you're never satisfied, the antidote for that is generosity. So we're going to be talking all about what that means, who we are, how we roll. So check later this week. I have a video posting here on YouTube with our first virtue for the month of May. So you guys have a great rest of your weekend if you're catching this on Sunday, and I will be back later this month with some more videos. All right, thanks for being a part of this community. We appreciate you. And I have no idea how to stop my video. Maybe I just do this. Yeah.